questions through the proponent of the bill as amended.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just have a couple of questions that I need some clarification on. On Section 33, the anticoagulant piece of it, my question is, I as an individual cannot purchase it if this bill passes moving forward? Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Parker.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank my colleague for the question and the engagement on this bill. So as an individual, you would need to apply for the private applicator certification. Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Candelaria.
So through you, Mr. Speaker, so if I apply for the applicator licensing, what's the fee associated with that license? Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Parker.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, that's $200 for the 5-year timeline. Through you.
Representative Candelaria.
So in order for me to apply, I will have to get this license, and then I'll have the ability to apply it in all of my properties. Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Parker.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, I appreciate the clarification. Let me be specific. The private applicator certification would be eligible for use in pesticides on property owned or rented for the purpose of producing an agricultural commodity. So it's a non-commercial pathway in that agricultural commodity space. So through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Candelaria.
I thank the gentleman for that answer. Just to follow up, so I will have to spend an additional $200 so that something that today I can go purchase for probably $9 or $10. I have to pay an additional $200 to get a license. My second question, can a professional pest control company have access to purchase the same rodenticide, have the ability to purchase it, and they'll be able to apply it in my properties? Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Parker.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, absolutely.
Representative Candelaria.
So, through you, Mr. Speaker, why are we banning the individual purchase of the rodenticide? Through you, Mr. Speaker, what's the purpose of it?
Representative Parker.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, I really appreciate my colleague's question. What we're trying to do is balance the concern we're seeing among wildlife and natural habitat with the second-generation anticoagulant rodenticides getting out into the population through what may be overuse or inappropriate use. Trying to strike that balance, of course, with a need related to public health and personal safety and well-being in your home and your community to be able to get access to these products. So the idea is by making this, and I believe in a residential context, which my good colleague is asking about, eligible for use through that commercial license, we want to make sure that folks that are using these, this specific tool in the toolbox really know how to use it properly so that there's not a risk to the environment beyond that. So it's really trying to strike that balance. So I really appreciate my colleague's concerns that he's sharing. Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Candelaria.
Thank you for that answer. So here we are, we're banning it because we want to protect wildlife. I think it's a little bit hypocritical that we have this bill before. If we believe about banning, let's ban it completely, even from commercial application. Let's ban it completely. You telling me now I have to get a license just to apply it because we're talking about protecting the environment and the wildlife? If we're really serious about protecting the wildlife, let's ban it completely. What you're doing is adding additional cost to homeowners or owners of residential property, or even individual renters that have to deal with infestation of rodents. So we're telling individuals now, because your landlord is being irresponsive, you cannot go to the store and buy rodenticide because we just ban it. You have to now get a license before you even apply it. So let's be realistic. If we're talking about banning and we really care about the environment, let's not have, this is a two-way conversation here. It just doesn't make any sense to me that that's what we're trying to do. I can't sit here and listen that we're banning this for the environment, yet we're doing the opposite. A commercial individual has access to it. I'm having a hard time with that. We constantly, we strain our consumers consistently. What are we here for if it's not to protect our constituency? Everything we do is either a new tax, everything we do is we imply a new fee. We need to stop that. We need to stop. I'm tired after 22 years listening to the same conversation. Well, we're here to protect the environment. We're here to protect this. And yet, what we're doing is we're hindering individuals from having a home free of an infestation. We're adding additional costs. Come on. When is enough is enough? When is enough is enough? We need to stop this. If we really care about the environment, let's ban it completely, even from commercial use, even from pest control company having access to it, if we really believe what we're saying. If we are truly believing that we care about the environment, let's do an amendment right now so that we could pass an amendment to ban it completely. I'm down for that. But I cannot support this bill that will add an additional cost to my constituency who may be dealing with an infestation problem just because we're talking about protecting the environment, but yet it's not being banned. Come on. Let's be realistic. I'm sorry, but let's be realistic. This is a fact. Don't sit here and tell me that we're banning something because we care about the environment, and yet we're just adding an additional cost. And let's start looking at inner cities. People know this. This is no secret. We have issues with infestation, especially in inner cities, where families need to consistently try to control the infestation by going to local store, buying a rodenticide or anticoagulant, right, to deal with the situation. But now you're telling me I have to live with the infestation because either if I want to apply it, I have to get a license, which is $200, or I have to hire a pest control company to come and do it that will charge me between $200 and $300. The infestation may not go away because, you know what? They just keep coming back, especially in the summer. So what that individual is going to do, hire the pest control company multiple times, paying $300, $400, $600 just to clear the infestation, when I could do it probably for 20 or 30 bucks? So explain that to me, through you, Mr. Speaker. What's the solution? If we're truly here to ban because we're trying to protect wildlife, my question is, let's ban it completely. Let's do an amendment and ban it completely. Are we down for that? Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Parker.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, again, I really appreciate my colleague's comments and his concerns and trying to find the way to what that balance is that we're trying to strike on this bill. I know that from my own experience, I've used the sticky pads as a way to try to trap rodents. That's not being outlawed in this bill. Some folks would try to use a trap to do it. This is really focusing on one of those specific tools, which is the second generation anticoagulant rodenticide, and saying that that's something that we want to make sure is just in the professional use, but still has access through the professional use to folks. So hopefully not taking all of the tools off the table for folks, even outside that professional context. Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Candelaria.
Thank you, and I have mad respect for the chairman. Mad respect for you. But unfortunately, at this one, I have to disagree. I have to disagree. Because what I'm hearing at the end of the day is, you know what? This is what we want to do. We're still going to do it. People are going to pay more and deal with the consequences, and yet we're not providing a solution. Are we talking about giving them a rebate? Through you, Mr. Speaker, so that, you know, individual that is living on check to check and they have to spend additional dollars to deal with an infestation, are we going to provide at least some type of rebate or something so that people can manage it and at least afford to pay for it? Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Parker.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, I appreciate the idea. That was not contemplated in this bill. Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Candelaria.
So at the end of the day, it's not about the people, it's not about the wildlife. Unfortunately, it's not about the environment. Because if you truly believe talking about the environment, you want to protect the environment, you want to ban it completely. If it's that bad, no one should be using it. Bottom line is about the dollars. Unfortunately, people cannot afford it. I cannot support it. And there's a lot of good things in this bill. But unfortunately, I cannot support this bill because at the end of the day, it's going to jeopardize my constituency on false hopes. On false hope about the environment, caring about the environment. This is not about the environment. If it was about the environment, we need to ban it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the gentleman for his answers.